Rome. The name conjures images of legions marching, gladiators fighting, and emperors ruling a vast empire. At its peak, Rome controlled a significant portion of the known world, stretching from the British Isles to the Middle East. Roman law, engineering, and culture spread far and wide, leaving an indelible mark on Western civilization. This was a time of unprecedented peace and prosperity within Rome's borders, a period known as Pax Romana. Roads, aqueducts, and grand buildings stood as testaments to Roman ingenuity and power. The Roman legions, disciplined and feared, seemed invincible. Yet even the mightiest of empires can crumble. Rome's decline was not a sudden cataclysmic event, but a slow and agonizing descent. Like a once mighty oak weakened from within, it eventually succumbed to the combined forces of decay and external pressure. Understanding Rome's fall is not just an academic exercise. It offers valuable lessons about the rise and fall of civilizations, lessons that resonate even today. One of the first cracks in Rome's foundation appeared in its political structure. The Roman Republic, once a model of balance, gave way to an unstable empire. Power concentrated in emperors' hands, some just, others corrupt. Assassinations and civil wars weakened the empire. The struggle for power created chaos and uncertainty. Policies changed, alliances shifted, eroding stability. Legions' loyalty wavered, supporting different contenders. Internal strife sapped Rome's strength, making it vulnerable. The system that built Rome became its undoing. As political turmoil gripped Rome, economic troubles began to plague the empire. Decades of constant warfare had drained the treasury. To fund their armies and maintain their lavish lifestyles, emperors resorted to debasing the currency, leading to rampant inflation. The once stable Roman currency lost its value, causing economic chaos. Another major issue was Rome's heavy reliance on slave labor. Conquered populations provided a steady supply of slaves, used in everything from agriculture to mining. This reliance on slave labor stifled innovation and technological advancement. Furthermore, as the pace of conquest slowed, the influx of new slaves dwindled, leading to labor shortages and rising costs. The Roman economy, once vibrant and dynamic, became stagnant and inefficient. Trade, a cornerstone of Roman economic prosperity, also suffered. Piracy increased in the Mediterranean, disrupting trade routes and driving up costs. The empire's increasing reliance on grain imports from Egypt made it vulnerable to disruptions in the supply chain. The combination of inflation, labor shortages, and declining trade created a perfect storm that crippled the Roman economy. While Rome was grappling with internal problems, a new threat emerged from beyond its borders: the barbarian tribes. These tribes, often driven by pressure from migrating groups further east, began to exert increasing pressure on Rome's frontiers. The Goths, Vandals, Huns, and others seeking land and resources launched increasingly bold raids into Roman territory. Initially, Rome's legions were able to repel these incursions. However, as the empire weakened, its defenses became increasingly porous. The same legions that had once been the pride of Rome were now understaffed, demoralized, and often composed of barbarian mercenaries themselves. The barbarians, sensing Roman weakness, grew bolder, their raids becoming larger and more destructive. Section 5. Phases of Decline, Emperors and Invaders. The decline of Rome is marked by a series of emperors who struggled to hold the empire together. Some, like Constantine, attempted reforms and briefly stemmed the tide of decline. Others, like Nero and Caligula, are remembered for their cruelty and extravagance, their reigns further weakening the empire. On the other side were the barbarian leaders who took advantage of Roman weakness. Attila the Hun, a fierce warrior who instilled terror across the empire, is a prime example. His invasions, though ultimately unsuccessful in conquering Rome, further weakened the empire and contributed to its psychological decline. The sack of Rome by the Visigoths in 410 AD is a particularly potent symbol of Roman decline. This event, once unthinkable, sent shockwaves throughout the empire and beyond. It demonstrated the vulnerability of Rome and emboldened other barbarian tribes. Section 6. The Fall, as Civilization Crumbles. The year 476 AD is often cited as the year the Roman Empire fell. In that year, the last Roman emperor in the West, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by Odoacer, a Germanic general. However, the fall of Rome was not a single event. but rather the culmination of centuries of decline. By the time Odoacer deposed Romulus Augustulus, the Roman Empire in the west was a shadow of its former self. Its territory had shrunk considerably, its economy was in shambles, and its central authority had all but vanished. The deposition of Romulus Augustulus was merely the final act in a long and drawn-out drama. The Eastern Roman Empire, centered in Constantinople, continued to exist for several centuries after the fall of the West. However, it too eventually succumbed to external pressures and internal strife. The fall of Constantinople to the Ottoman Turks in 1453 marked the definitive end of the Roman Empire. Section 7. The legacy of Rome echoes in the present. The fall of Rome may seem like ancient history, but its legacy continues to shape our world today. Roman law, language, architecture, and culture have had a profound and lasting impact on Western civilization. From the legal systems of many countries to the very languages we speak, the influence of Rome is undeniable. The fall of Rome also serves as a cautionary tale about the fragility of even the most powerful empires. It reminds us that no civilization, no matter how mighty, is immune to decline and fall. By understanding the factors that led to Rome's demise, we can gain valuable insights into the challenges facing our own societies today. Section 8. Learning from the ruins, a warning from history. The story of Rome's fall is not just a tale of destruction and decline, it is also a story of resilience, adaptation, and the enduring power of ideas. While the Roman Empire as a political entity may have vanished, its legacy lived on, influencing the development of Western civilization in countless ways. Perhaps the most important lesson we can glean from Rome's fall is the importance of vigilance. The Romans, blinded by their past successes, failed to address the internal problems that were slowly eating away at their empire. They underestimated the threats posed by external enemies and clung to outdated systems and beliefs. The fall of Rome reminds us that even the most successful societies must adapt to changing circumstances. We must be willing to learn from our mistakes, reform our institutions, and confront the challenges of our time. Only then can we hope to avoid the fate that befell one of history's mightiest empires. Section 9. Conclusion: the enduring significance of Rome's fall. The fall of the Roman Empire was a watershed moment in world history, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. It was a complex event, brought about by a confluence of factors, both internal and external. While the Roman Empire may have vanished from the map, its legacy continues to shape our world in countless ways. The story of Rome's rise and fall is a timeless one, full of lessons that remain relevant even today. It is a story of ambition and achievement, but also of hubris and decline. It is a reminder that no civilization, no matter how powerful, is invincible, and it is a call to action, urging us to learn from the past and strive to build a better future.